Sometimes you just gotta hit record. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is Paul the Pipe Guy. Paul Gilson, aka Paul the Pipe Guy, live from the outskirts of Rochester, New York. Yeah. And I'm sitting in my garden, all right? Now you can see my bean plants maybe. I made my own soil, whatever. I won't get into it. But I wanted to have a little smoke together. Now, Bob D. Yeah, Bob D. I was smoking one of these General Grant cigars, okay? And then all of a sudden I turned it into a giveaway. So they are fully rehydrated. I didn't want to send you dry sticks, and you can't find a 42 gauge by 5-inch anywhere online of these General Grant cigars. So I don't know, maybe I should move up so you can see my ugly face a little better. Oh, there we go. So, yeah, it's Memorial Day. We're going to have a Memorial Day smoke together. And I'm going to light up one of these General Grants to test it out. My hydrometer said that it was 72% on the humidity scale. So, yeah, here we go. Oh my gosh, that is a good cigar. So this is kind of my happy spot. This is where when I come home from work, I come out, I work in my garden, I mow the lawn. You can't see it, it's behind the camera, but I'm very blessed to live on 3 acres and in the country. I've been here 9 years, a little over 9 years. And yeah, today's a great day, Memorial Day. Today's the day we remember all of our servicemen and women that served our country. And for those of you that are friends of mine on YouTube, which over the past 3 years on YouTube, I've made some good, solid friends, you know? And we may not have met, but you know a good, solid friend when they're there for you or you're there for them or whatever. So I posted on my Facebook, and I think there's 3 or 4 of you that are friends of mine on Facebook. If not, you can friend request me. It's Paul Gilson, Gilson, Rochester, New York. Yeah, and you'll know it's me because you'll see my ugly face with my grandson, and the title under my YouTube or my Facebook thing is Read Psalm 91. Now, read Psalm 91, all right? That's all I can say. It's like 4 or 5 verses, you'll get it. So, I posted, I asked my mom, who lives in Idaho now, and I said, Ma, do you got a picture of Dad when he was in the military? He was a staff sergeant in the United States Army, and he was a great leader. He was a great leader in the military. He was a great leader in our community here. When you looked at my father, he was like Clint Eastwood. He lived a clean life, and just looking at him, his composure demanded respect because he was a man of integrity. He still is. He's just not here physically anymore. He's in heaven. So he served in the U.S. Army. He was a drill instructor. Yeah, that's what I got to grow up with. All right, but he never yelled. He just commanded respect from the way he lived his life. So I put on there, you know, on the Facebook, I showed, you know, a picture of him from the early 80s and, you know, a picture of him in the military and a flag that I have flying outside the front of my house, red, white, and blue. You know, a lot of people might, you know, they'll say, you know, this world's coming to, you know, garbage, all right? I just feel fortunate, all right? And I thank the Lord that I can sit in my backyard here. There's no bombs coming in here. There's nobody with AK-47 shooting at me, trying to kill me, all right? It's peaceful. It's lilac season, and it smells divine back here. Now, there are certain people and there's diversities within our government, and I'm not going to touch on that too much, but regardless of what any of them say, the majority of the country just wants what is right. They want to live a good life. They want their freedom, all right? And I appreciate mine. I feel really free here. I'll tell you, I go to work every day, except for Saturday and Sunday. And I come home and I'm in a place of peace here. You know, and when I was posting this thing about my father, you know, online, you know, it kicked back into my head some Bible verse that says to honor your parents. And I was thinking about that this afternoon before I made this video. And this video isn't about that. It's just a smoke together for Memorial Day. But I thought about it for a second. I'm like, yeah, honor your parents. Now, I always believed that. Now, when I was a kid growing up, okay, in the village of Spencerport, New York, all right, I had like 7 or 8 buddies of mine. We all had bicycles, but you know, we weren't on drugs. We you know, none of that stuff. We were athletes, Boy Scouts, you know, we all had jobs. And I remember, I mean, we did some mischievous stuff, but when one of my buddies would call me up and say, hey, we want to do this, come on over, and I knew that my parents would strongly dislike that, I'd be on the phone. It had an 18-inch cord. They didn't have cordless phones then. So I'd be like, yeah, let me ask my parents if I can come over. You know, if they wanted to do something like that, was my parents would strongly disapprove of. And I'd be like, let me ask my mom and dad. And they'd be sitting there in the kitchen or whatever, 18-foot cord with a rotary dial phone. I'd be like, hey, mom and dad, my buddies want me to go over right now. And then I would cover the phone up. I'd be like, just say no. Just say no. Because I knew it was going to be bad. And then I would take my hand off the phone and my parents would say, no, we have things for you to do. So we had a trust factor between us, and my buddies would be like, oh, all right. And you know what? Every time that I did that, you know, because as, you know, a 12, 13, 14, 15-year-old kid, 16-year-old kid, all right, we used to like to blow shit up. We used to like to start fires. We did all kinds of mischievous stuff, not horrible things, but things that you would really get in big trouble for nowadays, but nobody ever got hurt. But if I know they were pushing it too far, I'd just tell my parents, you know, cover the receiver up and be like, just say no. You know, just say no to drugs, all right? Yeah. I'd be like, Mom, just say no. And then I'd take my hand off the receiver. No, Paul, we have stuff for you to do. Well, my mom says no, I can't come and meet you guys, you know, whatever. And that's where I live my life. And that, I think, is honoring your parents, all right? Now, it says that in the Bible. And I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. But it says in the Bible to honor your parents. Honor and respect your parents. Now, you know, unfortunately, some people have to be parents to their parents because maybe their mom or dad is on drugs, they're a crackhead, or they're on heroin or whatever. They still were involved in your creation. And so how do you honor them? I don't have an answer for that. I think the only way you can honor someone that is your parent that is totally off kilter is you still love them, you respect them, you set boundaries, and you try to help them. But you have to set a distance because some people that are on drugs, addicted to hard drugs or whatever, they might be your mother, they might be your father. I don't know. I hope none of you folks have any of that going on in your life. I never did. I thank God for that every day. So you have to set boundaries because people that are on hard drugs or whatever, their life's spinning out of control. They might be your mom or your dad, but they're toxic. So you got to set boundaries, still love them, but you have to do what you have to do for yourself and to help them when you feel you should. I would say, Mr. Bob D, that these cigars are exactly the way I want them. So next week, I'm going to send your giveaway out, okay? Now it is the 29th of May. It's Memorial Day, and I think it's about 3 o'clock, so it might be time to have a bush beer. Bob, I'll tell you what, you are going to love these cigars. I'm going to let them soak. My humidor says it's at 72% humidity, but I'm going to let them soak for another few days. And it's Monday today. Friday, I'm going to the post office. I'm going to send you 5 of these. Oh, I just inhaled that one. It's so smooth. Cheers, everyone. Oh. The sun is at 2 o'clock, all right, which straight up is 12 o'clock. And then, it's beginning of summer, so we have longer days. I think sunrise is like 5:30 or something like that. The sun sets like 8:35. This is my favorite time of the year. Johnny Onion, my brother from Virginia. I think you ought to start posting, and this is just my opinion, I think you ought to start posting some like blues performances on your YouTube channel. And if the pipe guys don't like it, oh well. My opinion is post and do what makes you happy. And I got a lot of respect for you. I saw a post the other day from Johnny Onion. He's like, I'm fat because I tend to go to too many barbecue places or something like that. I was laughing my ass off. Look, dude, as long as you're happy and healthy, that's all that counts, all right? This cigar is good. That right there is about a half-hour commitment, So my friend Bob D, I'm going to send your cigars out to you, your General Grant cigars out on Friday. So where you live, you ought to get them by Wednesday or Thursday. I'm going to put them in a Ziploc bag. I was thinking about sending a mason jar, but when you get them, get a mason jar and just throw them in the mason jar. They'll be good forever. I might even send you more than 5. You can't get these. Well, anyways, I thank the Lord that I live in a peaceful place. This is peaceful here, man. It's like Johnny Onion, man. 2 a.m. pipe on the patio. All right, this is my happy spot right here. And oh, by the way, one of my brothers, one of my subscribers, wanted to hear a special Doors song, and I promise you, I will sing that for you. I will perform it. I'll practice it, and I will do it. And I'll put it up on YouTube. Anyways, I'm Paul the Pipe Guy, live from the outskirts of Rochester, New York, in the United States of America. Thank the Lord. All right. Anyways, God bless you all, and love one another. You know what? Don't be afraid to tell a male or female friend, okay, that you love them. All right, because sometimes you might not see them again. There's certain male friends that I have that I tell them I love them. I'm not freaking gay or anything like that, but I love them like a brother. So, anyways, I love all you guys and girls. All right. Now I got work to do. Yeah. Paul Gulson, live from the outskirts of Rochester, New York, in the United States of America. Over and out.